Mike Delaquila. I am the owner of Topcat Landscaping. Let me see, why did I purchase Topcat? To make money. That's it. Yeah. So, I got into the landscaping business because it's a huge market. I mean, nobody wants to cut grass. Not even kids, right? Nobody. So, we have a great market working with municipal organizations, governments, highways, large fields, and we do it pretty cheap. Because if you have the right equipment and the right capability, you can have a great economy of scale. So your investments can pay off. Where if a school district owns a mower, they only cut the grass one day a week. Or we use the mower every day of the week. So it's a pretty good business model.
I'm Jeff Milkey. I'm the CFO for Topcat. I've worked for Topcat since its inception. I actually used to own it. I think I'm going to buy it back. It's on its upturn now. It's a great place to work. I guess the only thing I have bad to say about it is I don't want to work for somebody that makes me call them the Supreme Commander. It makes me uncomfortable.
So I'm Brittany. Been with Topcat for a couple years now. I used to work with Jeff. Liked working for Jeff. He was a good boss. I've been a buyer for about 15 years. I used to work in the retail industry, and then I worked in the aerospace industry, and now I'm in the landscaping industry. So far it's been good. Not too many complaints, but between you and me, our new owner called me last Friday, and I thought it was really creepy.
My name is Walt. I am the field manager here at Topcat Landscaping. I started my career at Topcat picking up poop before they went in and cut the grass. And I feel like I went up in the chain mostly because I knew how to speak Spanish, and I'm Hispanic, the only one that's able to communicate with all the workers.
Morning, guys.
Good morning. Sorry for being late.
What took you so long here? Do you enjoy your coffee and donuts in the office?
There's a lot of traffic. Sorry.
If you're not 5 minutes early, you're late, Walt.
Yeah, won't do it again. Sorry.
I had a headache.
So I've been with the company for a little while, since I purchased it this year, and we've accomplished some good things here in the company, right? Some good juju, and so we currently have 15 million in sales with 7 locations throughout the Southwest United States. My preference is Phoenix. I love Phoenix, Scottsdale. Oh, geez, so fun. So I have no experience with landscaping at all. None. So anyways, back to business. I really want to expand the market in the Southwest. I want to set up satellite offices, and I really want to penetrate the market with municipal, local governments, and large complex buildings such as retail outlets, universities, and I really want to extend out into the large scale grass cutting market. I think that's where we should be. Do you guys agree?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, good. So, now that we come up on our big procurement of the year, right? My first procurement as the new owner, right? We want to make sure that we find savings. We want savings. We want to save money, all right? We want to put money back in my pocket for all the money that I invested in this company, okay? So today I want to talk about how we can achieve that. I want to make sure we're on the same page and that we're really pushing our suppliers to leverage our spend and get the best bang for our buck and put more green in my wallet. So is it okay? Do you guys agree with that approach?
Yes.
Guys?
Definitely. We'll be explaining exactly how we're going to execute on that strategy.
Okay, sounds good, Brittany. Sounds good. Okay, so That being said, I'm confident, right, in this year. I think I got the right team at the table, and I think we can execute this procurement of our zero-turn mowers to the best of our ability.
Hey, Walt, we'll go out for some lunch. You want some chimichangas?
No, it's okay. Chimichangas? Really? I mean, is it the facial hair? I don't even have an accent. I mean, who hired these people?
These people that I purchased, they are interesting to say the least. Especially that supply chain girl, Brittany. I mean, she just. Whew.
This is so much work. What are you doing?
Okay, guys, let's take a deeper dive into this procurement strategy of the zero-turn mowers. Jeff. Okay, Jeff. Anyways, buddy, give me the benchmarking, the capital budget for these zero-turn mowers. I want to know exactly what we're spending and why we determine this price. I also want to know the current supply and demand of the market and make sure we're buying at the right time.
Okay, Mike, so let me get this straight. You want me to talk about budget, target savings, current supply and demand. That's no problem. Right now, we're targeting a unit price of $9,050 per zero-turn mower, and that's based on an analysis of the current supply in the market. And so we took a median price of $950 to target for our 2014 budget. Based on what we're seeing for 2014 demand of 66 units, that's going to put us at $597,000. Right now, our current supplier is Toro. They are priced at $9,110, which takes us to $600,000, and that's $4,000 over the budget. And we know you were very emphatic that we want to decrease costs. You said we want to put money in your pocket, and that's what we want to do. So we've targeted a 5% savings on the budget, and that can be realized either through negotiations through Target or benchmarking and working with some other suppliers. Our current supplier, Toro, we've worked with them for years. We've had a tradition of buying Toro. Their location has been right within every region that we're working in. Their service has been spot on, except for one region, so that might be a gap that we need to fill. The current demand, as you can see in the chart that should be shown on your computer in front of you, you see an incremental demand over the years to 2015. In 2015, you're seeing the increase into our Dallas region that you also wanted to do. Is you wanted to expand our business. So into 2015, 2016, you see the spike there, and that will take us from, and you'll see it also, leveling off in 2017, 2018, 2019, and that's due to the market trend. The market would remain relatively flat based on construction industry, and then again, you'll see the spike 2015, 2016 due to our regional expansion. So by 2020, you'll see our in-stock units raised from 175 to 227 units. So Mike, I think I've touched on the 3 points that you needed: budget, our target savings, and our current supply and demand. Hopefully that satisfies you, and if not, please give me your feedback right now. Appreciate it.
Hola, Walter. Ese chico. Se llamo Walter. Hey, buddy. So, what I want from you is I want your strategy on revamping the fleet. We have a lot of old units in the field, and I want to know exactly what you plan to do about it. As we grow this business, I also want to perform well, but look good, more importantly. I also want to know the specifications that you're looking at these mowers. I want to understand why you're buying these and what technical capabilities you're looking for. And finally, I need to know how we can service our mowers in the field. I need to know how fast we can get parts and how close service locations are.
All right, boss. So just to give you an idea of where we are at now, we have about 175 units out on the field. But honestly, our current Toro zero-turn lawnmower fleet is not meeting Topcat's requirements. So, given my landscaping background, being able to work on the field like I did, I've come to realize that there's no reason to purchase anything other than from the top industry leaders. Given that, I think we should get equipment that's more technologically advanced, and with that, I've also gotten some comments and also some concerns from our employees that are out mowing on the fields. We're cutting acres of land and grass on a daily basis, and time is money, right? So I think a couple things that we should focus on is the ground speed of these zero-turn lawnmowers, as well as the deck width. So the more we can cut in the less time, the more money we're saving you and putting it back into your pocket. So there's a variability in price that can be significant, especially since we're working with top industry leaders, but I think we should mainly focus on a zero-turn lawnmower that has horsepower that's higher than 20, that goes higher than 10 miles per hour, and that has a deck width that's greater than 50 inches at least. So all in all, I think we should stick with an industry leader who can provide a zero-turn lawnmower that can provide high ground speed, cutting, and a high deck width, so that we can save more money and get the best bang for our buck.
Now, Brittany, did you get my call last Friday? Because I called you a few times. I mean, you never called me back. I was a little worried about you. I was making sure you were okay, and wanted to see if you were going to have dinner, but I guess not. But anyways, back to business. Brittany, I need to know your supplier selection category. I need to understand why we're picking these suppliers and how you're measuring them. I don't understand a lot of times the supply chain lingo, right? It gives me the heebie-jeebies, but I just need to understand and feel comfortable about our supplier selection.
I'm gonna try and wow you here. I can tell by your expression on your face that you need some good information, so I'll do my best. I know our equipment costs are high and one of the biggest costs that we have, so I understand why it's such a concern to you. However, and I'll try and keep the supply chain lingo to a minimum, we need to look at other factors other than cost when we're deciding which supplier to go with. I've worked with Walt a lot and also with Jeff, but with Walt I wanted to get an understanding of the specifications that he's looking for, since it's his team that's going to be using these zero-turn lawnmowers. So we wanted to look at what capabilities specifically in these zero-turn mowers that we want. So as you can see, I've sent you our supplier scorecard. This scorecard is a tool that we use in procurement to basically put a qualitative measure in our analysis. And we split up this scorecard into 6 different categories. So we have price, quality, availability, service, financial, and product. We then added a weight to each of these categories with the heaviest percentages based on product with 30% and price at 20%. We set a target to each of these criteria. So for example, under service, we scored suppliers higher if their warranty was included in the price and lower if it wasn't, and also if that warranty was for up to 4 years or not. As you can see on the scorecard too, Toro, our current supplier, is ranked the highest, but we want to increase our savings, and if we stay with Toro, we're not going to meet our budget. We're going to end up paying more per unit than we want based on Jeff's financial analysis. We did look at over 20 suppliers, and we ended up with these 4 industry leaders. I worked with Walt on that as well. John Deere is the cheapest, and I know they caught your attention because of their unit price, but in all honesty, they probably have the worst product line to choose from. They just don't have what we're looking for. They only sell residential zero-turn mowers, and we're looking for an industrial size one. We don't want Walt's team constantly filling up their gas tanks or constantly having to take their mowers into repair because they keep breaking down. So we don't want to put him in that kind of predicament. And then at the end of the day, we'll probably end up spending more anyway. So that leaves us with Kubota and Husqvarna. Now, I know you wanted to go with American brands, and even though these companies aren't based in America, they do manufacture their zero-turn mowers here in the States. Kubota and Husqvarna are very close in ranking, specifically on product capabilities and quality. But if we went with Husqvarna, we'd be saving about $1,100 per unit if we went with them. Husqvarna ranked highly in quality and availability and service and meets all the specs that Walt's team is looking for.
Hey guys, I hear what you're saying, but I'm just not drinking the Kool-Aid, right? I need cost savings. I need to save money. I need to put money in my pocket, okay? Walter, don't laugh, okay? I need money in my pocket. So why are we working with the lowest cost supplier? Why? Tell me why. And also, I want this product to be made in America. And a lot of these companies you're telling me, they sound pretty foreign to me. So I need an explanation.
All right, boss. So we did talk about the specifications that our employees need and what I think we need to succeed moving forward here. And it did come down to Husqvarna and Kubota, but in terms of specifications, the deck width and the ground speed, I said, were very important. And Husqvarna has a 60-inch deck width as compared to what we currently have, which is 48 inches. So we're gaining 12 inches there. We're cutting a lot more grass. And in terms of ground speed, this Husqvarna model has a 10 mile per hour speed compared to our current Toro, which is 8.5 miles per hour. So I honestly feel that Husqvarna is the way to go. In terms of service centers and distribution centers, there's a distribution center out here on the southwest, and there's plenty of service centers and availability around this area. So I think it's the way to go. And if I'm not wrong, Jeff, the price looks like we're right on the dot there.
Right, Walt. So, Mike, again, if we go with the Husqvarna, we're going to save $30,000 for this coming year based on the comparative of our pricing benchmark, and that well exceeds our 5% savings target that you had thrown out there. Granted, it may look like we're leaving some money on the table by not going with the John Deere, but we're not going to get the performance, and you got to take the total cost of ownership into the consideration, and we don't want to be spending the money on service or excess gas or the lack of time that they're cutting the lawns. So I'm with Walt and with Brittany going through their analysis, and I'm saying that we're going to save money by going with the Husqvarna.
So boss, as you can clearly see, our recommendation is Husqvarna. All three of us have been really diligent in our research and analysis, and we hope you agree with our recommendation.
Yeah, now that you tell me, you've read a pretty good case. I think you're right. I think in the long term, to have a successful business, I think Husqvarna will be the best supplier for our company. And I think you guys did your homework on this. I trust you, and I think we should wrap this up next week. What do you guys say?
Sounds good, boss.
We'll talk to you next week.
All right, see ya.
No animals were harmed in the making of this video.